Hey everybody, glad you could be here. Thanks for coming back to my channel today. And I am going to be sharing with you my top 10 holiday gifts for book lovers. Now of course this isn't an exhaustive list. There's plenty of other great gifts out there for people who love books. But these are the top 10 that I have chosen that really appeal to me. So I thought, if it appeals to me, why wouldn't it appeal to other book lovers, right? So keep that in mind when you're watching this video. I'm sure there's other great gifts out there too. There's lots of videos on YouTube this holiday season about gifts to buy book lovers and lovers of a whole bunch of different things. So watch to your heart's content, but wait. Don't watch those until you watch this one, okay? Make sure you stay till the end of this video so you at least see what I recommend. And with that being said, let's get right to it. The first gift I want to recommend to you is Trinket Boxes. And as you know, I have a Trinket box. And it is fantasy themed, as you can see, with my dragon on top of a set of 2 books here. Just really eye-catching. It makes a great centerpiece on my bookshelf, and I can keep little odds and ends in it. I just absolutely love it. Now, if you know people who don't like dragons, and I don't know why anybody would not like dragons, that seems just absolutely absurd to me, but I'm sure there's probably people out there who don't, and if they don't, there's plenty of other book-related trinket boxes that you can find out there. There's plenty of places online to buy them. I found a lot on Amazon, some that are similar to this. If you like the dragon theme, there's trinket boxes out there that are dragon themed other than this one. You can find this one on Amazon too, though. So I think that's where it was bought. My kids got this for me a few years ago, and I absolutely adore it. It is one of my favorite gifts. Looks great on my bookshelf. So yeah, Trinket Boxes. Make sure you pick one of these up for your favorite book lovers this holiday season. And now that that is been talked about, let's move on to bookends. Bookends are a great gift for book lovers. It holds up the books. It looks great on a shelf or on a fireplace mantelpiece. It looks good on bookshelves too, depending on how they're designed. They just make a great centerpiece. There's a whole lot of different book-themed and nerdy bookends out there. Whether it be dragon bookends, which would be my choice, actually, of a bookend to have. But there's other great ones out there as well. So consider that when you're buying gifts this holiday season, because bookends obviously make a great gift, especially if you've got someone who has so many books that they have to keep them in various different places and they don't always stand up well. They're always stacking them on top of each other because they won't stand up if they're right side up. Makes for a really great gift. The next thing I would recommend is bookmarks. And there are a whole lot of different great bookmarks out there, and I'm not just talking the cheap paper ones that you sometimes get for free at your local bookstore. I'm talking high quality, sometimes plastic, sometimes faux leather, and beautiful ornate designs, something that just really catches the eye and just pops out with the colors. Those make some great gifts for book lovers in your circle of friends and family. There's one guy in particular. He has a channel here on YouTube, and I'll post a channel link at the end of my video to his channel. It's called Captured in Words. But he also sells bookmarks, and they're really, really cool. So many fantasy-themed bookmarks, nerdy. He has some Legend of Zelda bookmarks, I think. Just some really awesome stuff. So you should check out his channel and also check out his website. I will leave that in the link below. And if you buy stuff from him, it's a great way to support an independent creator, right? So, but there's other places you can find really, really nice bookmarks as well. So consider that as a gift for the holidays. Another gift that I would recommend is an audiobook subscription. Now, I, like most book readers, prefer physical books, but every now and again, you're driving to work, you got this long commute, you want something to do other than listening to music. An audiobook is a great option for that long commute. Or if you're just, driving to the store, you can catch a few pages of your audiobook. So it's a really cool way to get more books read. And one thing that I really like is companion audiobooks for books I already own. So I'm a big Neil Gaiman fan, and I also own a couple of his audiobooks. And the idea behind that was to, at some point, have Neil read me a bedtime story. So I like the idea of having his audiobook. It's Neil Gaiman reading his book, and I'm following along in the pages. So that's kind of a cool option as well. There's only one thing better than owning a book by your favorite author, and it's having that same author read you his book or her book. So consider that as an option. There's some great audiobook subscriptions out there. Audible is, of course, probably the most well-known because they're promoted by Amazon, but there's others out there as well. Just consider that as a gift for your book reader. Clothing is another option. There's a whole bunch of places that you can find nerdy clothing and book-related clothing, whether it's shirts or sweaters or jackets. There's a whole bunch of different options out there when it comes to clothing that you can buy for people you love this holiday season. Redbubble is a really good source. I'll put a link to Redbubble down below. There's a lot of really unique book-related shirts and other types of clothing on Redbubble. And most importantly, you get to support independent artists in most cases on Redbubble. So they are really big on promoting those independent artists, and I am as well. And so that's a great way to support an independent artist for the holidays and get something for someone in your circle of friends and family. That makes for a great gift for the holidays. So make sure you check out Redbubble or other websites where you can buy nerdy and book-related clothing. Another option for you is a book light. Now this may seem like a kind of blasé gift, but it really isn't. If you have friends who love to read and they don't have great lighting or a good lamp to read by, or maybe they like reading on the plane, but if they go on long flights, they don't want to really disturb the person next to them too much, a book light is a great gift for them. Also, if there's a lot of low lighting out inside the house, during the winter months, it's not really a good option to go outside if you're in colder temperatures especially. So being able to stay indoors, even if you have low light because you have a book light, that's a great option. And there's some really inexpensive options out there and some more expensive, fancy, handy-dandy options out there. So search to your heart's content and find a great book light for your holiday giving this season. The next thing I would recommend is action figures. And this could be pop vinyl figures, which are really popular with the younger generations. And I like pop vinyls too, and heck, I'm 44 years old. I just think they're really cool. But there are so many different options for pop vinyl figures that are either book related or nerd related. And so those are a great option. But there's other action figures out there as well. If you are a fan of Game of Thrones, there's a whole action figure line for Game of Thrones out there. Same with The Walking Dead. I think if you're into The Walking Dead, there's lots of action figures out there for that. So you can find almost any kind of action figure to satisfy your nerdy itch. And that would make a great gift for your friends. Who knows, maybe you'll find one that's buy one get one free, and you can get something nerd related for you as well as for a loved one. So consider that as an option. Another option is statues. Now, those are a little bit more expensive than your common action figure, of course, because they're usually bigger. There's a lot more art and craft that goes into the statues, and they're really for display only. So, but they make a really, really great option as a gift. There's a whole wide variety of statues out there that appeal to the book lover and to those who are really into nerd culture. I'm a huge fan of Batman, and there's some really cool Batman statues out there that I wouldn't mind having. There's a Joker statue out there I wouldn't mind having. Hint, hint. But you can find some really great statues that your book lovers or nerds would love to have displayed on their bookshelves and mantelpieces and things like that. So consider that as a gift for the holidays as well. Another option that you should really consider is throws. So like blankets and throws to wrap yourself up in while you're reading a really great book. My daughter really loves a Hufflepuff throw that I got her for her birthday not too long ago. And she loves Harry Potter. And of course, you know, if you're a Harry Potter fan or you have friends or loved ones that are Harry Potter fans, you can find a whole bunch of really great gifts for them. But throws are nice because you can curl up in a throw with a good book on the couch. You can stay warm, especially if you're in colder temperatures. That's a big deal. And just feel nice and relaxed and wrapped up in your favorite book-themed throw. So that's a really great option for your people you're buying for this holiday season. And finally, my number 10, and by no means less important than anything on this list. In fact, I would probably consider it more important because it's collectible books. There are a whole bunch of great options for collectible books out there. Terry Brooks, who's one of my favorite authors, has recently started releasing limited illustrated editions of his Shannara books. And those look really cool. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can check those out. There's also another really great website called Folio. Folio editions are really super cool. And these are really high-end illustrated editions as well. They have one for a lot of the classic novels out there, such as Dune by Frank Herbert. I think there's one for Alice in Wonderland as well. I think I saw one of those. There's just a whole bunch of really great collector's editions. And they're illustrated, and the artwork is just beautiful and spectacular. That makes a great gift for the holiday season. So I'll leave a link to Folio down below. You can check them out. Another great option is older collectible editions of popular books. And I'm talking about the ones that you go to the bookstore and you see them in the locked case. They may be older and more tattered, but really kind of ancient, I guess, by today's standards, ancient editions of some of our favorite books. For fantasy lovers, it might be a classic edition of Lord of the Rings that probably sells for like $150. But it's got the older, really, really nice cover on it. And it's a hardback edition. So you can find different classic editions of those books. If you're willing to pay a pretty price for it, makes a great gift for your book lovers this holiday season. So that concludes my top 10 list for holiday gifts. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you interested in looking into some of these gifts? Have you bought these before for some of your friends and loved ones? What did they think? What was their reaction? What are you excited about this holiday season? Give me some recommendations of things that you would choose that were not on this list to buy for gifts this holiday season. And remember, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you like this video. Make sure you sign up for notifications so you don't miss my future videos. Please share with all your friends so that they can see my videos too. And absolutely, most importantly, make sure that you are reading more books. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.